it's Margaret Wallace Duffy, and welcome to WOW Living Live. We are pumped. We're so glad you can join us for the launch of this web TV show. It has been 2 years in the making, and we can't wait to get started. So as live TV will go, we have some surprises for you. In fact, we got a surprise tonight. Just like Santa, sometimes you have to track them. Well, one of our great guests tonight, Tom Hayes, is on the 401, and we're tracking him because he got stuck in traffic. But we've got a great lineup for you tonight. We are talking about charity is good for your health and good for your business. Yes, at Wallace for Wellness, we have a passion for charitable work, and we can't wait to show you why it's so important to do for yourself and for your business. We've got a great lineup of guests. Tom Hayes from City TV. We have a Grey Cup champion in the house. James Yurachuk from the BC Lions is here. He's brought paraphernalia signed to give away on Twitter later tonight. And of course, we have the go-to team, the REMAX team. They know firsthand the importance of charity. And Dr. Victoria Resendez, our naturopathic doctor, is going to tell you how and why charity is good for your health. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. We've got giveaways, so stay with us.
Hello everybody, Dr. Victoria here, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the health benefits of doing charity and volunteer work. We all know that doing fundraising and charity is great for businesses wanting to establish themselves in the community, but it's also has a lot of different benefits for the individual as well. Research has actually shown that participants that do volunteer or charity work actually have a reduction in depression and anxiety, as well as a reduction in stress-related hormones. The other great benefit is that a lot of these individuals express feelings of happiness weeks after performing the charity activity. Now, this is something that researchers have actually been able to document through MRI brain scans, and they've been able to see that when someone is performing a charity or volunteer activity, that dopamine and other stress-related hormones are decreased or increased in the body. So the feel-good hormones, the happy hormones, are increased even right during the activity, a couple hours after, and as well as weeks to come. So if you have friends, co-workers, family wanting to do some charity work, by all means, if there aren't enough good reasons to get out there, then make sure that you're doing it for your health as well.
Hi everyone, thanks Victoria. So we talked about some of the physiological reasons, and of course Victoria talked about endorphins, the natural pain-killing mechanism. Well, I told you we had a Grey Cup champion in the house, and he knows firsthand what endorphins can do. James Yurachuk, I want to welcome you to WOW Living. Thank you so much for joining us and being here with us on the show.
Thank you, Mark.
So endorphins, let us know what it was like. What was it like to win the Grey Cup?
Well, when we won the Grey Cup, that was maximum endorphins. Like maybe the best high I ever felt in my life. Just what you dream of as a kid, or practicing, training. You want to reach that level, and the Grey Cup's the pinnacle of Canadian football.
Absolutely. And of course, I have a real connection to football. My son Blake, when we're talking about charity, at the age of 12, I think I was telling you, started his own charity foundation called Kids with Heart. And he was raising money for the Michael Pinball Clemens Foundation, a great Canadian icon football player. You know about the Pinball Clemens Foundation?
Oh yeah, pinball is the face of charity in Canadian football. He really sets the bar high for everyone, and And is your child being able, at 12 years old, able to set up his own charity? That shows something that anyone can do it.
Now, of course, the BC Lions, they're a very charitable organization, and a person like you that has notoriety and success, you're a real great role model for our youth, and that was the reason I asked you to come here today. You are willing to step up to the plate and help us with charity, and the BC Lions are that way too, aren't they?
Yeah, we're very heavily involved in the charity out in BC. We visit many hospitals, schools, just any way we can get involved in the community, we try to take advantage of that opportunity.
Absolutely. Now, you've also decided to help us out with the CBC Live Right Now movement, which is a nationwide movement to get Canadians active and healthy and living more healthy lifestyles.
Well, yeah, it's very important to get active in the community because, as the Greeks say, a healthy body equals a healthy mind, and by doing that, we'll, as we age, we'll feel better about ourselves, we'll keep our minds sharp, and we'll just live a healthier lifestyle. Absolutely,
and the Live Right Now movement is linked to charities as well. The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, we're going to be giving money, and you're bringing your face and your name to this, and of course some paraphernalia that we're going to be giving away later on the show as well, which is great.
Yeah, swag everyone out, why not?
Absolutely. Now, James, as a football player, and you know the importance of living healthy, but when it comes to businesses, I mean, you're a business guy as well. When you leave football at the end of your career, what does it make you feel like when you give back and helping organizations, bringing your face to help organizations raise money for a good cause?
Well, I think at one point or another, we all took advantage of a charitable organization, like whether it was someone helping out at a football practice or someone volunteering to come to school on field trips. So I think it's important to give back when you have the opportunity. And it's a great way to make others feel better, and you can feel good about yourself doing it as well.
You betcha. Well, I hope you're going to stick around because you know what? We are still tracking where Tom Hayes might be right now, somewhere on the 401. So we may have you back for another segment. That's the fun of live TV.
All right, I'm ready.
And of course, you've brought some hats that you're going to sign.
Yeah.
You've brought some cards as well. And so you're going to want to, we are really big into social media here at Wallace for Wellness. And our social media expert and host, Paul Wright, is in the house, and you'll be following us on Twitter, #WellLivingLive. And tomorrow, if you're going to answer some questions on Facebook and Twitter, and tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we're going to be drawing for some great prizes. The stuff that James has brought in, we have a keg gift certificate. We've got VIP passes to the home show in Toronto and some other surprises, so make sure you stay tuned. Now, up next on the show, I'm so excited to share with you our workplace wellness program that Wallace for Wellness did last fall. We piloted at the William Osler Health System, which is in Brampton. Oh, and by the way, did I tell you, James Yurachuk is from Brampton, which is really nice to have a hometown guy with us. And it was a huge success. Not only were we helping to live healthier lives for the employees of the William Osler Health System, but we also donated money back to charity. And the charity was the William Osler Health System Foundation. So we got a clip to share with you, and you're going to notice there's a very special person in this clip. Singer-songwriter, award-winning singer-songwriter, Amy Skye. So check this out. So what a night it has been at the William Osler Health System Spa Experience. Now, it takes a lot of talented people to come together with a similar passion, promotion and health and well-being, mind, body, spirit, financial fitness, we've got it covered. And I'm so blessed to have so many incredibly talented people around me to bring their expertise and their passion in health promotion. We're not doing this alone, so be sure that you get onto the tutorials. clicktolearn.ca/workplace wellness. We are honored to have with us Amy Skye, Juno-nominated singer and songwriter, and more importantly, a beautiful person inside and out. She has blessed us with her presence here this evening and her passion for health and well-being to contribute to your workplace wellness program. So, Amy, I can't thank you enough. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for doing this.
So, tell us how does wellness, you bring music, and music is such an important part of overall well-being. What does music mean to you and in terms of wellness? Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, I think music really is kind of like a drug because it can change your mood and it can give you insight into your own experience, which is so important. One of my first really big hit songs is called I Will Take Care of You. And a lot of people think it's about my mom, but it's actually when my daughter was born, my father was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So I understand the importance of passing a legacy of love from one generation to the next.
It's so important. And you also made a quote earlier today, which is so true. It's all about work-life balance. And as a mother, and I know you are too, our children are our precious jewels, and our family and that home environment is so important. What did you say to somebody here tonight when you talked about being a hero? Somebody was wanting your autograph, and you said something that really resonated with me. Can you share that?
Absolutely. I mean, it's really important what you do during the day, but it's what happened when you walk through the doors at night. If you're a hero in your home to your children, I mean, that's the legacy that we all want to take with us.
Absolutely. That's incredible words of wisdom. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you'll come back. Of course, I'm listening to your music, and you're going to be treated to some of her music in the upcoming tutorial. A beautiful voice. Thanks for sharing it with us, and I hope you'll come back and do some more workplace wellness, because as you said, taking care of the caregiver, whether it's at home or in a hospital setting like this, it's so important.
Absolutely. Thank you.
The very best that I can, with all of the love here in my heart and all of the strength in my hands. Your every joy I share, for every tear I'll be there my whole life through.
One of my personal favorite sayings is attitudes are contagious. Is yours worth catching? Well, not only do I try to live by that personally, I also try to live with it professionally, because it really does make a difference. On April 6th of this year, Wallace for Wellness will be celebrating its 20th anniversary. Oh my goodness, 2 decades old. And over the last 2 decades, Wallace for Wellness is proud to announce that we've raised over $100,000 for all kinds of charities, both locally as well as nationwide. Now, I'm excited to be sitting down with my good buddy here, Dr. Vic, from Wallace for Wellness, to talk a little bit about the charities that we support and how much it has impacted our business locally as well as nationwide. Welcome, Vic.
Thank you.
You know, you were talking earlier about the physiological reasons and why charity is good for our health, but we know as business professionals how important it is as well to our business.
Well, I think, and seeing this personally in the clinic, I mean, our patients and our clients like being part of the team. They enjoy seeing that there is that avenue for them to be charitable, even just coming in for their treatments. Yep. So it's a great way for them to get involved, for them to know us as a team, and that we are more than just about providing the service, that we want to affect the community in a positive way.
And that we are doing. In fact, right now, as we speak, we've got a couple of things going on to celebrate our 20th anniversary. We have what we're calling Food for Warmth. And one of our therapists, Lynn LeClaire-Kerr, made a homemade quilt. Patients are coming in and they're either making a donation of money or they're bringing a non-perishable food item. We know the importance of food and nutrition to our overall well-being. And the Knights Table, a local community charity here in Brampton, really, really important one. We are going to be raising money and food, and every person that comes into the clinic and brings money or makes a non-perishable food donation is entered for a chance to win that beautiful quilt and a massage. How could you go wrong with that?
Absolutely.
And then on March 28th, as a team, we are getting together and we are going to go to the Knights Table, make a donation. We're going to actually roll up our sleeves, make dinner for members of our community that are in need, and come together as a team. And you know, yes, that makes an impact on our community, and yes, it reflects well in our business, but I can tell you from 2 decades of experience what it makes us personally feel like after the fact. It's a real team building opportunity.
Absolutely. And like I said, I think our patients and our clients are excited when we bring these opportunities to them. But more than anything, it gives us time to spend time with each other outside of the clinic and still be doing something in a positive way.
That's right. Now, we've done a few things in a positive way. Last summer, let me tell you what I did. I was doing a charitable speaking engagement for the Bethel Hospice. And I talked about wanting to jump out of an airplane, just because. And that I'd like to do it for a very special member of my family, Jack. My cousin Jack was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy, and it was a disease that I wanted to see if we could make an impact on. Too many children are taken by this disease. So I actually opened my mouth at the speaking engagement and said, you know, why don't I jump out of a plane for charity? Perfectly good plane. Well, I'll tell you, attitudes are contagious, because last July, I convinced 19 other people, including some of the Wallace team, to jump out of a perfectly good airplane to raise money, and we did something different. We brought not 1,
but 2 charities together. The Families of SMA for Spinal Muscular Atrophy and the Bethel Hospice out of Caledon. And we took to the skies, took a leap of faith, and had a blast. So we've got a really good clip to share with you now. I hope you enjoy it.
It's a big day. We're here at Skydive Toronto. Jump for Jack and bail for Bethel. That's right, we're about to take to the skies for 2 really important causes.
Lisa, what are you up to?
I just thought I'd go for a walk today, maybe climb into the back of the airplane and jump.
Awesome.
We're also launching the new WallaceForWellness.com website. It will be unveiled after I land safely on the ground.
I am so excited. Can't wait. Jump for Jack, bail for Bethel. I'm very excited. It's a great day for it.
Very exciting! Red Bear, ready to go. This is Bail for Bethel. We're all set to go. Come on up. Jumping for Jack and bailing for Bethel. Raising money for a good cause. Here we go. Woo-hoo!
Jump for Jack, bail for Bethel.
Gotcha. Okay. Wallace for Wellness, here we go!
That is awesome! Woo!
Job, you fine. Right on. You pulled it early?
That was awesome. So we're here at Skydive Toronto and we have landed! Woo! Yes, we jumped for Jack and bailed for Bethel, and we're here with our daughters, and this is Lisa Fender from CBC's Live Right Now. She took to the skies too today. How was it, Lisa?
Oh my God, it was amazing. I can't even describe in words.
You went up in the sky.
Yeah.
She did. And you bailed for two great causes.
I did.
Now, of course, we know that Live Right Now broke the £1 Million Challenge, but we continue to live right now. That's why we're here doing this.
It is. You know, when I met you and you told me about jumping, I thought, all year I've been asking Canadians to live right now. And what a better way for me to live right now than to come out and do this together with you.
You betcha. And of course, with 19 other brave people, with all kinds of supportive people on the ground, our family, our friends, people from both charities. We've united two charities here today, which speaks a lot to the power of numbers. So for you, Jack, and for Bethel House, this one's for you. And from our kids, Carly and Charlie, Lisa and I, ready girls? Live right now! Woo! You know, it's still a rush when I watch that. My adrenaline is going, and of course, it raised some good money for a good cause. And just so you know, it's going to become an annual event. So if you feel like jumping out of an airplane just because, for a good cause, bring out a corporate team, raise some money for SMA, Families of SMA, and the Bethel Hospice, and come join us this summer. I'm really honored to now have sitting on my couch with me the go-to team, the McEwen team. The pleasure of meeting this phenomenal team when I had a major lifestyle change 3 years ago. Your home is your haven, as they say, and these gentlemen, plus the beautiful wife of Bill McEwen, came to the rescue and helped me, the real estate team of the McEwens, both Bill McEwen and Richard McEwen. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Now, we didn't just ask you because you're good-looking guys and because you're the go-to team, but because, you know, what I was really taken back by when I worked with both of you and have gotten to know you over the last 3 years is just how charitable you are as people, but also as RE/MAX is an amazing example about charity. Bill, why is charity important to you?
We have always believed that we make our living in the community, and you have to give back. It's just a rule. You have to do that. We've contributed to the Children's Miracle Network. RE/MAX has raised over $100 million since they've started.
That's 170 hospitals, working 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and dealing with over 1 million children a year.
Bravo, bravo.
Absolutely.
And of course, there's the local hospital, and in your case, the Georgetown Hospital, and Brampton, the William Ulster Health System. Really important causes. Another one that's near and dear to your heart, CASH. Tell us a little about that.
Cancer Assistance Services of Halton Hills. I was talking to the director before I did a fashion show for them just after Christmas, and they put over 190 kilometers on one vehicle just last year alone.
Is that right?
Yeah,
So helping
people
local people get to their services and making a difference.
For a lot of the times, those people simply cannot make it without that.
Right.
If they didn't have it, they wouldn't be able to get their assistance.
Now, you both have had huge success, and Jan McEwen, let's not forget the CEO.
The real boss.
The real boss, exactly. Your team is growing. Can you speak to, from a business perspective, how being entrenched in your community and giving back to charity, how it's affected your bottom line in terms of your business?
If you don't give, you don't grow. And we've noticed it over the years. Our business has constantly grown over the years. We can't directly say, yes, it's the charities, but that's in our hearts, that's what we believe. That's what we believe. Yeah.
Well,
you have to give.
You do. And of course, you're giving here tonight. If you've seen at the top of the show, and you'll see throughout the show, this show has been brought to you by the McEwen team. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
You also came with gifts, and not just any gift. Everybody loves the home show. It is a tradition here in Toronto. And you've got some VIP passes that we're going to be giving away, right?
Those are great. You get to go past the line and have your own entrances to your own areas. That's a lot of fun.
Real VIP service.
Real VIP. You get your own special entrance. You don't line up where everybody else lines up. You have VIP status for getting into all of the exhibits that you want. You've got your private coat check. They have a wine bar. Very civilized.
Oh my goodness, very civilized.
Very civilized.
Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on our inaugural show. This is a huge pleasure for me. I'm so excited to be launching our show, having you be a part of it. I hope you're going to stick around and be back for other shows moving forward. And of course, they've got a fantastic website and some great new tutorials. You want to check them out. Follow them on Facebook. Follow them on Twitter. We are big in social media. In fact, remember, our social media guy is in the house, and he's going to be posting questions later tonight and tomorrow. And if you answer those questions, you're going to have a chance to win some of these prizes, both the Grey Cup memorabilia that's been signed, a keg gift certificate, and if you want to be a VIP, you certainly want to check it out. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Next time, you'll have to bring your other, or should I say better?
The real boss.
The real boss.
The real boss. Thanks for joining us, and we can't wait to do you again.
You're welcome. Thank you.
everyone. Welcome back. So, as I said at the top of the show, live TV will throw you a curveball, even if it's your first show. And of course, Tom Hayes, a charitable guy, he's also a tenacious guy. He has been traveling on the 401 this entire show, but we got some great news. He is coming here on 2 wheels, arriving at this studio as we speak. So I can't wait to welcome him here in studio momentarily. In the meantime, I want to remind you to follow us on Twitter by using the hashtag #WowLivingLive. We also have a Facebook page. Please go there, like us. We're always running great contests and prizes and giveaways. And of course, visit wallaceforwellness.com. It's a one-stop wellness and lifestyle destination for your entire family. That's right. Not only do we have a zone for everyone, we've got the man cave for the men in your life, In Her Shoes for everything women. We've got the hype zone for those teens. I'm a mother of 2 children. I've got a teenage son, Blake, and a 10-year-old daughter, Carly. So we've got Kids Cove for Carly. And you know, I don't like the word senior because I believe life is meant to be lived right until our last day on this planet. So we've got Boomtown for anybody that's in that sort of mature category. And of course, you will also see what our show is about tonight, a charity, Unite the Community section, where all kinds of charities that we are endorsing now and moving forward. We want to hear from you. We don't want to just sit behind a camera. We want to engage you. Please send us in your questions. Send us some show ideas. Share some of your wellness stories, and even share what I'd like to do is hear you tell me what you're doing in your charity, in your community, for charity to make a difference. We're also going to be having some other features on the show moving forward. The Extraordinary Ordinary. You know, as a mom, a business owner, a daughter, a wife, and you know what, a woman. It really matters to me that I really take a look at the whole person. So I want to highlight the ordinary, extraordinary in all of us. If you know somebody, your neighbor perhaps, that's driving somebody to hockey, or somebody that's doing something really good in your community, please share it with us, and you might be seen right here on WOW TV. So I've got really good news. We have our very special guest. I'm so honored to welcome into the studio. Tom Hayes from City TV has just arrived, and I can't wait to have him join me here on the set. We're still waiting. Is he coming? Yeah. And I'm going to talk to you about how I met Tom Hayes. This gentleman, as you know, from City TV, and he was with CTV, an outstanding broadcast career, but he's not just an amazing man on camera, he's a great guy in person, a very charitable man, and that's, in fact, how I met him. So he's going to be joining us momentarily here on set. Hi, Tom. What? Good to see you.
See you too.
You know what?
What?
Tenaciousness. In Toronto. Have a seat. Welcome.
Yeah, it takes that and a little bit of luck while driving through the streets of Toronto.
Well, you know what?
But you know what? I made it.
You're here.
And I'm sorry I'm late, but traffic was crazy.
Well, I understand there was something crazy on the Gardner
Expressway. So we do traffic now?
Yeah, no? That's right. We had you like the Santa tracker. We were calling it the Tom Hayes tracker.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I told them that you would definitely show up, and here you are.
We made it, almost in time.
You betcha. So I want to tell everybody how we met, because we're talking about charity. And
well, that's exactly how we met.
It is.
Through being charitable, right?
That's it.
Through some good work and giving back to our community, and you help charities, but you also run into terrific people like yourself.
That's right. So this gentleman, I had the pleasure of being escorted down the catwalk.
That's right.
For a fashion show that was Cinderella's Diaries, it was called.
That's right. And I think it was a 2-piece bikini.
Oh!
No, was it? No?
Shush, 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 shush. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But we did strut our stuff, and I soon found out just how charitable Tom Hayes was. And we've met, and over the last year, really talked a lot about your work in TV, and how many times you're asked to MC events.
Well, you know what? Being on television and being an anchorman in news for, 25 years now, it's an ongoing process. So you're always getting asked by people, can you help with this, can you help with that? And, you know, if you wanted to, you could be busy every weekend,
Absolutely.
right? You know that yourself, right? So you really have to sort of pick and choose, and I like to choose the events that are sort of closer to me, that I've got a connection to, and of course anything you ask me to, I'll go and do as well.
Well, and of course that's a great opening because I had a method in my madness, and after I met Tom, of course being very involved with the William Ulcer Health System Foundation and being on the gala committee for their wonderful evening in Paris last fall, I said, hey Tom, can you do me a favor? Would you MC our phenomenal event? And not only did you say yes, you came, you did such a phenomenal job. We raised a ton of money.
Oh, great. Thank you. You know what? Local hospitals mean a lot to me, by the way, too. I'm from the East End, right?
Yes.
So I'm from Scarborough and Durham. And I help out with a couple of hospitals out there, a couple of hospital foundations. The Rouge Valley Hospital Foundation I actually sat on for a number of years. And so I like when I take part in galas that, as I said, I've got a bit of a connection to. So you can't get more connected than your local hospital.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And a big point about local hospitals that people don't understand is why foundations are actually in existence. It's because everybody knows that hospitals get tax dollars from the provincial government, but it's never enough tax dollars to actually run the operation, right?
Sure.
That's why foundations are set up.
Yeah.
Right? So foundations get together and they have to go to the community directly in order to run campaigns, have galas, have fundraisers, to raise that extra money that's needed, of course, just to make sure that your community hospital is viable and running properly.
And all of us will need that service at one point or
That's a great
another,
point. You know,
right?
you can't escape it.
No,
right?
whether it's having babies or, gosh forbid, aging parents getting
Right.
sick, things that we need to, and they're there for us.
Of course they
Now,
are.
you came to our gala and also introduced me to something that I have to tell you about. You got to check it out. It's an organization called hadaball.com. I got to tell you, everybody loves to get their picture taken when you're all dressed up looking fantastic.
Yeah, you look great that night.
Well, and so did you. And of course, How to Ball was there on site taking pictures of everyone, not just the big sponsors at the front of the room or the title sponsors, but the small business people like me that may be in the back of the room, maybe not the title sponsor, but giving good money to charity. And it's really nice that hadaball.com has a place that they can be recognized for up to a year. I had the pleasure of sponsoring Megan's Walk last year. Wallace for Wellness did that.
Right.
And we were on How to Ball, and I have to tell you firsthand the impact that has had on our business. And you were the one that sort of told me about it. And it's made such a huge impact. And of course, it's always fun to go take a look at your pictures. And I was just, if you want to go take a look, talking about charity and a helper's high, I actually wrote a blog at hadaball.com about that exact thing. So
I read
check
that.
it out. Did you read it?
Well, it was about giving back to charity. And what was it? A helper's high.
Yeah,
Is that what you
helper's
said?
high, that's
Right.
exactly it. And my
Right.
jump for Jack, which you paid money to have me jump
Yes,
out
I
of an
did. I
airplane.
wasn't going to jump with you, but
No, I asked you, but you've done it before.
I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane once.
Right.
That's all you need to do.
That's right. But you did write a check for that
I
event.
did. I helped sponsor you because I thought it was a terrific event, and I'm glad you made it and survived.
Yes, yes.
And I was glad to pay the check.
Yes, and of course, we have another exciting announcement to make. Spinal muscular atrophy is something that has touched both of our lives.
Yes.
You've got a friend that has been affected by, and I talked about my cousin, and you have promised this coming fall that you are going to be the MC for the Angel Gala for the families of SMA. Teresa Van Frassen, her daughter, is a good friend of, she's a good friend of mine, and her daughter, Rebecca, is fighting with SMA, and you're going to bring your expertise and your presence as an MC to that event, and you also sponsor or MC with Tori's Buddies.
That's right, Tori's Buddies. Again, that connection to the charities and fundraisers. So Tori's Buddies, the family are dear friends of ours. Tori's been battling SMA for a number of years. So, we've had a number of fundraisers for her over the years. So I'm more than happy to help out by hosting or flipping barbecues or whatever we've been doing for a number of years for her.
Well, Tom, it's been such a pleasure getting to know you. I think, as you said earlier, it's a real pleasure when you do charity work. And Dr. Vic mentioned this earlier. Not only do we have physiological changes, but it really has an impact on our spirit and our network. You get to meet amazing people like I did, Tom Hayes, and many other people that I get in contact with. Tom, I hope you're going to join us again. I mean, I thank you so much for harrowing the 401 and coming all this way.
I can't believe I made it.
You made it.
Are we done already?
Well, I mean, it's going quick, but I want to talk about our next show.
True, and I want to go to hadaball.com to see all those great pictures you're
Absolutely.
talking about.
You know what?
Because I think I'm in there too.
You are in there. You're in there in many cases, actually, because he's so charitable and is on a lot of these.
That was a great event, the evening in Paris.
It was.
It was well run. The food was outstanding.
Oh, Christopher Woods.
Wasn't Chris amazing?
huge shout out. Chris, if you're watching, bravo. The food was incredible.
And you know, you talk about you get involved in charities and you get to meet terrific people. And Chris is I've never met him before.
Right.
And I met him that night. An outstanding man.
He really is. And so is his wife, who had a lot to do behind the scenes of that. And of course, you're bringing your hand to so many charities. I know I just got an email today from Megan's Walk. They're looking to
terrific.
To ask me to sponsor Had a Ball again,
Oh, terrific.
which would be great. And of course, getting our logo up on that site and the exposure we've had from a business perspective has truly been had made a huge impact.
Right. Fantastic.
Now, of course, on Wow Living TV, we've got all kinds of shows coming up. The next show that we're going to be talking about, your dad.
I am a dad.
2 girls.
I have 2 girls, 21 and 19 on Thursday. What's today?
21st.
Uh-oh.
You don't forget it.
19 years old on Thursday. Yeah.
Wow. And so you are, and that's my mother-in-law's birthday.
Oh, is that right?
By the way, good day. Absolutely good day.
Good day for me.
The next show that we're doing is actually about babies. You and I, way past that.
Been a
right?
while.
Been a
Yeah.
while.
Been there, done
However, my expertise in working with babies, it's a real passion of mine. So we're
Right.
going to be having an entire show on babies. We're also going to talk about physical literacy and learning through play. We are going to talk again about the Live Right Now movement across Canada. It is so important to get active and healthy. Role model for your kids. Live healthy, active lifestyles because it's so important. When we talk about using our healthcare facilities, we need to look more at prevention. If we do that, we won't need the hospital as much and we can really save it for those that really need it.
In the meantime, we'll still work for the hospitals and raise funds.
Absolutely will continue. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolute pleasure.
And we'll hopefully I'll have you back. And of course,
This is your first show, right?
this is our first show, Tom.
How did it go, everybody?
It's been-
We have a studio audience here.
Yes. We've had a great show. You know
All right.
what?
Fantastic.
There's always with live TV some curveballs thrown, and you never
Like
quite
traffic?
know. Traffic. There's been lots of fun things, but that's all part of the fun. And you know, here at Wow Living, we're just about being real people, doing real things, and highlighting good things in our community. So I hope all of you enjoyed our first show. Please stay in touch. Remember to visit us at wallaceforwellness.com. Follow us, the hashtag WowLivingLive on Twitter. We want to hear from you. Tell us what you thought about the show. Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us about your charities. Think about hiring hadaball.com. I want to send out a huge shout out to my guest today, James Juracek from the BC Lions Grey Cup. Go Lions, although we're in Toronto.
Really?
So
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
We're all about
All right.
Canadian football. And of course, Dr. Vic, you're going to be seeing a lot more of her, and we're looking forward to our next show coming up. Go to our website and check out the next show date. Stay in touch with us. Make sure you answer those questions as Paul Wright, our social media host, will be posting some questions. You want to win that gift certificate to the keg. Of course, the signed paraphernalia. Core Fusion Fitness has also given us some stuff. And every show moving forward, including REMAX VIP, we're going to have giveaways for you. Thanks for joining us. Have a healthy and happy rest of your day. And stay tuned. Visit us next time on Wow Living Live.